I don't even know how that's possible to hit the bar from there. Hi guys, and welcome back to Liverpool. If you've been enjoying the beta save, then drop a like. That would be most helpful, helps out the channel, and all that jazz. So, last episode kind of went a bit weird. Started off so brilliantly against Chelsea. It could have still gone wrong, obviously, with the red card and whatnot. And then the disappointment in Porto, but I still think we played well. We played unmitigatedly pretty poor against United. It's undeniable. We were not very good in that game. I think that moving to that slightly different shape in the second half, it was a risk because I could have easily seen us conceding a second goal whilst doing that. But really, you can't just take the 1-0. You have to try something. And thankfully, we were able to come up with a result, which I think is going to help us much, is more important for us than ever, because it just really keeps that buffer between us and Manchester United. And that's going to come in very helpful later in the season, to be fair. So we very much needed that. Now, this one is going to be slightly different, of course, because we've got a slightly easier run of matches as we host Aston Villa today, who recently took a draw with Arsenal despite being absolutely battered. So it does seem that they are a team that you can get through. And if you can finish, then your chances will come, which is good. We then have Dynamo Kiev, of course, in the Champions League, which is absolutely must win. And we kind of need Inter to do us a favour and beat Porto while they're at it. And then we finish off against Wolves, who are still have a 100% record in the Premier League after 7 games, which is mental. Now, it's trivia time. I know, this is just going to become a thing now. And hey, if you like it, then let me know. I'll keep doing it. So, today's opponents, or rather later in today's episode's opponents, Dynamo Kiev have won quite a few league titles in Ukraine. Now, the question is, how many league titles have they won? Now, I'm specifically talking about Ukraine. So, after the fall of the Soviet Union, how many Ukrainian Premier League titles have Dynamo Kiev won? Find out later in the video. Also, tiny bit of bad news. Sadio Mane picked up a knock on international duty. Unfortunately, it's just like nothing we can do about the international duty ones. Unfortunately, it's a really minor one, but it will see him miss today's game probably. I think. Let's just sort of see. We've actually got other games in between anyway, because there's an early kickoff in the Premier League as well. So we'll see. So Trent has now resumed full training. He's not going to be able to play today, but he could feature against Kiev, which is the main thing. So as you can see, Oxlade-Chamberlain's back, Matip is back, Mane no chance really, and Keita again picked up an injury when playing for Guinea on international duty. Disappointing. Trent could actually feature. And maybe he will. We will see. As Chelsea beat Manchester United. Okay, I would not have had that coming, honestly. The way that Chelsea have started this season, I would not have seen them beating Manchester United in that game. But all I can say is, thank you, Chelsea. That's very kind of you. Very cool, Chelsea. Because they're still 5 points behind us, and we've got 3 games in hand on them. But now, with a win against Aston Villa, we could push our gap over Manchester United to 8 points after just 8 matches. We've got Van Dijk back, which is good. Robertson, he's going to have to not play here, isn't he? Gomez at left side. No. Tsimikas will play. Trent, I think if I'm not going to play one of them, I really do need to play the other at the very least. But having Van Dijk back is going to help. Alexander-Arnold, I might well rest him out for the Kiev game and then bring Robertson back in. So that way, at least we've got one of them in the team at any one point, hopefully. And I feel like the Ox has to come back in. I know Henderson's a great player, but currently, Oxlade-Chamberlain has fulfilled that role superbly. I wonder if Henderson could play in the Milner role. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to try it out, I suppose. Now, without Mane as well, that's a real issue for us, really. But his form has sort of struggled a bit as of late, so maybe it's not the worst idea in the world to try someone out like a Jota. But Matip has really struggled, actually. The more I look at him, the worse I think he's played. He might need to really pick things up a little bit, otherwise I could see him losing his position to either a Gomez or a Konate. So Villa look like they're going to match us system-wise. I don't know why I went off the screen, I could just show you. So that is a good sign. The last time a team did this to us, it was Palace, and well, you saw how that went. This is kind of just like must win, get back on the horse, keep going, get some victories. That's what we need right now. But replacements for Trent have not really cut the mustard so far. Mostly because they've been plays out of position, really. You know, Fabinho has played there. He's not really a right back. Gomez is more of a central defender. And, I mean, Nico Williams is a right back, but also, according to the game, he's a League One level right back. And, I mean, you don't really want to be throwing him in if you can avoid it. If we can just get out of this spell of injuries for our defenders and try to get that sort of thing a little bit more secure, then that would be ideal. But just having Van Dijk back, and not only back, but fresh, given that he missed the last league game and has obviously done a bit of international duty and stuff, but he's a lot more fresh than other players will be. So at home, still unbeaten this season too. That's worth noting. We have not lost a single game in the league yet this year, which is a really strong start for us. No matter what you can say about some of the opponents we've played, we've still beat some good sides. And there is Oxlade-Chamberlain's header is well saved by Emi Martinez. Just having that calming presence of Virgil van Dijk really does make a difference out there, I have to say. Salah out to the wide right now. Need runners into the box. We've got a few making their way in, and nobody's really tracking Salah at all. Jota! Good save. I realise I say good save a lot, even when it's less like they've plucked it out the air. It's a force of habit. Everything's a good save. If it's not got in, it's a good save in my book. Constant with the ball through for Buendia, and he's offside. I think Buendia is going to be offside there, but you just don't know with these things anymore, so I am concerned. Oh, it's so hard to tell. when you can't see it directly at the very first glance, whether they're offside or not, you just have to hope. And oh, I don't know who that was playing onside. It might have been Matip, and now we trail at Anfield to Aston Villa. Oh dear. Thiago. Oh, Henderson. Blocked. Diogo Jota. Really congesting that area of the pitch, but Jota's just trying to break through a little bit more now. Oxlade-Chamberlain, round the side for Mo Salah. He might have to shoot this first time. No, that's actually not bad from him, to be fair. He's just held the ball up nicely. Thiago can take the shot on. Blocked and cleared away. Now we could be on the break again here, potentially as Danny Ings is driving forward. This should be okay. And no, it's round the side. Leon Bailey's in, and it's a good save from Alisson. Wow. Alexander-Arnold with the free kick. It's a good hit. If Matip can pop this back across, maybe. Oh, round the side for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's got bodies. He might have to go for a goal himself. No, that's fine. Keeps hold of the ball. Oh, big tackle on him. Tsimikas, and it's cleared away again, but we're going to once again maintain possession. This is better from us. Oxlade-Chamberlain to the byline. Can he whip it through? He does. Diogo Jota, and saved again by Martinez. Half time, and it's been pretty even. We've had a lot of shots, but they've not been of high quality, unfortunately. We need to do better. Firmino's really struggled out there, and I think an Origi appearance is very likely in this game. Tsimikas has done well, though. At this point, I'm back into the world of just trying to get out of it with a draw type of situation at the moment, but hopefully we can do better than that. Still plenty of time if we were to grab a goal, there's loads of time for us to go and grab a second one, but we have to do that now. Diogo Jota. We are missing Mane a little bit, despite his lack of form as of late. Yo, that's brilliant from Jota. Cutting inside of the Villa defenders brings, I think it was Ezri Konsa that's brought him down, and I think this is going to be a stonewall penalty and a chance for us to get maybe a bit of a lifeline here. Penalty awarded. That's what we needed. Jota brilliantly jinking in and out of the defenders. I think this will be Salah to take this. A big opportunity to get us level here with 25 minutes left to really push for the rest of this game. Salah steps up, slots it home. Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1. Certainly not our finest achievement of a game right now, but we could still turn this around. We've definitely been in the ascendancy in this second half without really seeing much from Aston Villa, but just need a little bit of luck and a penalty to get that situation back into our control. Salah's 5th goal of the season. We're still not scoring that many goals, but you know, not conceding that many either. Come on, lads. Dig it out for 2-1. Let's get this. Oxlade-Chamberlain. No, down to... Oh, go on. Origi's header. Oh, it's wide of the post. Divock. Come on, lads. Dig it out. Get that brilliant result. Milner into the box. Can he flip it across? And he can, and it's off the bar. I don't even know how that's possible to hit the bar from there. And the play actually continues, by the way, as I sit here in my incredulity, as it is going to be a corner to us, but what on earth? Edge of the box for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Salah inside! Oh, and it's well saved by Martinez. I mean, obviously, Villa played well in the start of this game, but I'm still not sure how we've not won that. The penalty obviously was fortuitous to receive. Oh, please not another goal. Phew. And that's going to do it. Liverpool 1, Villa 1. that was the chance there. Look at the XG. It's nearly as much as a penalty. That's how close he was and should be scoring. Incredible scenes. 1-1 in that one. Disappointing, you could say. At least we didn't lose, but Christ on a bike, how did we not win that in the end? Wolves lost a game. It finally happened. They were beaten by Arsenal with a Said Kolasinac goal in the 90th minute. We're doing pretty well in the grand scheme of things. We're ahead of all of our main title rivals, if you discount the likes of Wolves, West Ham and Brighton and such. We're still in a good spot right now. Everybody's going to drop points in awkward situations from time to time this season, obviously. And without defeats, I think it's really good because a draw does so much less damage to morale than a defeat. Okay, so Mane is back now, which is awesome news. I think that we definitely missed him, but that said, we still created more than enough to get more than a goal in that last game. We were a bit poor in the first half, but things definitely took over for us in the second half. But today, we turn our attention to Dynamo Kiev. Now, Van Dijk needs a rest here. Robertson and Trent, both of them being in would be a good sign. And maybe this is the type of game when actually having Van Dijk having a little rest wouldn't be the worst idea. I know it's important that we win, obviously. But Milner and Henderson in there to let the Ox have a little rest. Just trying to keep a bit of rotation going if I can do. Obviously, certain players are just going to have to play a bit more than others. But I'm just trying to rotate where I can. This is a game we should be winning. But what I would say is, Dynamo Kiev have not exactly been poor. I think they took a draw with Inter in their last game. Because I don't remember seeing Inter scoring. So it would appear that they must have drawn 0-0 at Anfield. Big chance for us here. I think this is our first home game in the Champions League this season, as it happens. There is always the potential banana skinnery of a team like this. We've had a few too many draws as of late. I suppose one of those was that random game in the Cup, but still, want to pick up a couple more victories in there. But that win was away at Chelsea, and we did look excellent. They have only conceded 1 goal so far in the Champions League, which is less than us, to be fair. So they've obviously got a bit of defensive clout to them. They haven't seemed to have offered much going forward so far. So I don't think they've actually scored a goal either, as it happens. Trying to think about what's best for us overall. Like, if we're not going to win this group, then we kind of need Inter to dominate and thus allowing more options for us to get that second spot nice and comfortably. 2 wins over Kiev in the next 2 matches against them should make that a little bit more comfortable for us, as it would push us on to 7 points, particularly if Porto lost both matches to Inter. That would see us slot back up there as Mane straight into the box. Nice quick start from us. Oh, okay. I think we were a bit unfortunate in the Porto game, honestly. We've been a bit unfortunate in some of these 1-1 draws we've had lately in general, really. Far better performances than the scoreline would suggest, but, you know, it happens. And over a full season, it's going to happen. But then what I would say as well, at the same time, is, you know, we got that draw against Manchester United at Old Trafford that I don't think we deserved. So it's all sort of swings and roundabouts, really. As long as it sort of evens itself out, you're kind of fine. Fabinho should get this back. I think the lads have a point to prove today. And to be fair, in many ways, they kind of do have a point to prove. That they can finish games where they've been the favourite and they've played the better football. It's very congested. But we'll find spaces. What a run! Mane's through, and he's gone wide for some reason. I don't know what was that about. Andy Robertson, and it's... Oh, dear. I thought he had a chance to just slot that into the goal. Milner takes the corner. Gomez's header. Salah! No. Bushchan looking long. Well plucked out there by Matip, and we go again. Oh, look at this. That's really useful when he does that. Just frees up so many bodies as Salah's through and scores. 15 minutes in, Mo Salah. He's starting to score more and more regularly now. His 6th goal of the season for us. I'd like to see a few more out of him, but it's passes like that from a player like Fabinho that is exactly what we needed. 15 minutes on the clock. Matip pulling out a defence like that really does drag people all over the place, but what a pick out from Fabinho. Lovely run from Mo Salah. Great first touch. Great finish into the top corner, and it's 1-0 Liverpool at Anfield, and this is better. Now we just need to push on from this and not let any silliness. I swear to God, if they score directly off this free kick, do not let this happen a second game in a row in the Champions League. Depayne, oh my God, he's taking it short. Hits the crossbar. Saved by Alisson. Wow, an absolute melee in the box there, but we've got away with it. Milner now. Firmino. Lovely space outside for Salah. Okay, it's got a bit end-to-end at the moment. Second goal would probably kill that, potentially. Salah now to the byline. He's got Trent. Henderson now. Round the side for Mo Salah. He's into the box, and Salah's strike is well saved. Gomez throwing forward. Oh, he's been fouled. Joe Gomez from centre-back has just made a lung-busting run with the ball into the box, and it looks like we're going to get a penalty here from Joe Gomez. Penalty awarded. Joe Gomez, our centre-back, has just made a run with the ball into the... He's not playing as a wide centre-back or anything. He's done this a few times when he's in the team. Salah with the chance now. From the spot, slams it home, and it's 2-0 to Liverpool. Mo Salah will grab both of them. Okay, we can breathe a little bit there. I think it's because, with Gomez being technically a fullback in places too, he may have some PPMs that now with wide centre-backs actually being a part of the game, it does now allow centre-backs to actually do stuff like that if they have the right PPMs, potentially. I say PPMs, player traits. You know what I mean? Nice football on the edge of the box again. We're just looking for that incisive pass, which we've struggled to find in places today, honestly. But still, a 2-goal lead will certainly help assuage that a little bit, as Milner hammers one at goal as well. Well, I mean, half-time, and yeah, I think 2-0 is probably about fair. We've not had enough shots on target, and I might drop our tempo down just a touch, just to try to, well, one, save a bit of energy, but also to try to sort that as well. And that goes for me as well. Some of the changes I've made at half-time hopefully won't affect us too much, just lowering the tempo slightly. I'm actually turned on run at defence as well, as Mane with a strike, and it's 3-0 right after half-time. No need to worry. Sadio Mane finally scores. Oh, I think that alone makes me more happy than even the result right now. Just seeing Mane get on the score sheet. The last time he scored, I think, was in that 4-0 trashing of Crystal Palace, where he got a brace in that game, and he's missed too many chances since then, really. Nice pick out for Firmino. Great finish from Sadio Mane, and that's really pleasing. Hopefully that can get his confidence back up again going into the final game of today's episode, which is against Wolves after all, and we're definitely going to need some quality in there. But 3-0 up now. Hopefully that should be this game won, and we can start to focus a bit more on the Champions League qualification a little bit more now. Particularly with the other game being 0-0, it really does throw us right back into the fight as things stand, particularly with our next game, also in the Champions League, being against Dynamo Kiev. So we could suddenly find ourselves on 7 points, with 2 home games potentially left against the big 2. Robertson flying down the left. I might get him off at some point soon, honestly. Mane into the box. Can he show some this newfound confidence? Whips it through, and Salah! And it's in off the crossbar. Jordan Henderson's first goal of the season, and things have just got even better for us in the second half. Liverpool 4, Dynamo Kiev 0. Okay, I might even make a couple of early subs just to try to rest out some legs at this point, because that's really nice football again. Mane getting into a great position, picking out a lovely cross for Salah, to be fair. It's a great ball in, and Salah can't do much more than this, but what a strike from Henderson in off the crossbar. 4-0 Liverpool. Game, set and match, I'd say. Can he deliver something though? Bit of space available, whips it in, and I made all 3 subs on 55 minutes just to try to get some fresh legs, and I've replaced both fullbacks just to allow them a little bit of extra time. I've also brought on Harvey Elliott for Mo Salah too, because again, Salah is one of those players that works extremely hard, but we're going to need to keep his legs fresh this season if we can do. And I think being 4-0 up with the second half to go, I don't mind if it finishes 4-0 in the end. Inter have scored against Porto, which would actually leapfrog us into second in the group. I guess it's not the end of the world. I think that probably puts our chances at winning the group a little bit in the mud as Matip hits the crossbar again. There's a lot of crossbars being hit today. I think we'll take this. When you look at how Inter and Porto played against Dynamo Kiev, Inter drew 0-0 against them, and Porto were only able to narrowly beat them 1-0 through a penalty. So for us to come here and be 4-0 up here after 50 minutes is a good sign, I think, about what we could actually do when we start to get to click again. I assume they'll get a long-range strike at the end of this, and that will hopefully see this game out. Or maybe they're just killing time to prevent conceding a 5th goal. I think if I'd left the same team on, we probably could have gone for 5s and 6s and 7s in this one, but sometimes you just got to know when to not need that kind of stuff and just get the result. Our head-to-head against Dynamo Kiev is probably not going to matter particularly much. Just scoring some goals. Henderson was superb in this game. Really, really good. So we do slip into second in the group. +3 goal difference, now the best in the group as well. Wendell actually got sent off for Porto as a penalty for Inter. So again, Inter have got 2 wins this season in the Champions League, both of which have come from penalties. They've scored twice, and they've both been penalties so far. This is insane. They also... Oh, no. That's not true. They scored against us, didn't they? What am I talking about? Oh, it was Porto that got the win against them from the penalty spot, ironically. Salah was brilliant, though. Robertson definitely does need a rest at some point, which is why, again, I got him off there as soon as I could. The good news is, though, schedule-wise, after the Wolves game, there actually is a full week between then and the Brighton match. So that should allow us a little bit of extra fitness. I'm still tempted, most likely, to drop Robertson for the next game, though. I say drop, rest him and put Tsimikas in. Still play Trent, though. Huge day of fixtures in the Premier League in general. We go away to top of the league Wolves, or if we pull off a victory there, that'd be damn useful. City and Chelsea play each other, and United travel away to Villa. So, good news is that Virgil van Dijk can come back in, and we did that nicely in the last game without him. Robertson, he doesn't look too bad. I wonder if we could actually get him through this game and then have a nice week off anyway. Mane's a little bit worse for wear, potentially, but, like, again, with the week off afterwards, a full week without any midweek matches, that's quite useful. I guess it's because Carabao Cup would be there. Thankfully, we don't have the worries of the Carabao Cup anymore. Now, Henderson did play well in the last game, and I'm willing to give him a chance to play there again. But obviously, we've got the Ox that can come in if need be. Squad is looking a lot stronger now. So Wolves play with, well, it's a back 5 kind of situation here, which we've kind of... I don't think we've come up against this shape before. Usually when teams have played against us with a back 5, it's usually with a sort of 2 attacking midfielders here. So I think we should have a fair amount of space in the centre of midfield, which is going to potentially help us, but we are going to have to worry for these wide areas. And it is one thing, if it's one thing that Wolves have done well this season, it's managing to overperform their XG, taking chances consistently that you wouldn't expect them to. So I have a horrible feeling this could be one of those games, but I'm hoping that just our sheer quality will tell out in a match like this, although it is at Molineux and they will want to win this, to be honest. They'll want to maintain their spot at the top of the league for as long as physically possible. You do feel they'll eventually start to fall away, but you know, in time, that will take a while for it to happen. They're putting a lot of points on the board that suggest that a European run for them this season is certainly not off the cards, even if they are probably only behaving like a 10th place side currently, but still. Even the extra points they've got from overperforming could be enough to potentially see them home at the end of the season if they even play like a mid-table club for the rest of the season. Semedo and cleared out by Andy Robertson. They're behaving very much like Man United in real life. Oh, no. Oh, bad choice, Matt. Very bad. Shoulder injury? That is far from ideal. Robertson has hurt his shoulder in the early stages here. Thankfully, Tsimikas can come in, and I do trust him, of course, but... you know, you'd rather have Andy Robertson. Mo Salah now to cut inside. Oh, what an effort. Very subdued opening 20 minutes for us so far. Really struggling to find that breakthrough yet. Salah inside. Come back to Firmino, who blasted over the crossbar. And in case you're wondering how many titles Dynamo Kiev had won during the Ukrainian period, it's 16 league titles in the Ukrainian Premier League that they have won. So mark that one off your bingo cards. The Ox with the ball in. Keeper doesn't get there, and it's over the bar. Seems harder to win the ball off teams as well, as Ruben Neves is coming through for Wolves. Good save from Alisson because of those wide players. Milner slips it inside, and Mane's in there, and Mane is surely going to be offside. I think that's going to count as offside. I really just don't know. It's not said anything about it. I think it is actually 1-0 Liverpool, and I think Sadio, for some reason, I thought he was offside there. It's so hard to tell, because sometimes it does pop up with the scorer, even on goals that are disallowed. Let's just see who's playing him on here. He looked offside to me. But sure, it's 1-0 Liverpool, I guess. I'll level with you, friends. Maybe it was a guy the other side that was playing him on. It must have been very, very tight, if anything. A Salah into the box now. Great tackle there. But yeah, that was... I think we've got away with that one, potentially. There, maybe they do actually make mistakes for all I know. We do go top of the league with that, though, as things stand, which is key. good interception from Tsimikas. Maybe we could score one ourselves. Henderson has got to look for the right pass, and he's found Mane. Mane's through, and he's missed the target. Oh, Sadio. Are we going to regret not scoring that, though? Because that could be massive for us, potentially. Going in at 2-0 is suddenly a much, much better situation than 1. As Alexander-Arnold, again, Wolves are the ones looking tired now. We're really getting in on them. Can we have another chance before half-time? As Alexander-Arnold to the byline, whips it in, and Mane's header is well saved again by Sarr. It took us a little while to get going in this one, but as the game's worn on, we have, generally speaking, got better and better. Hopefully we can keep pressing that in the second half and get that second goal. But, oh, I'd feel so much better if Mane had grabbed another one there. At least he has scored today and in back-to-back matches, so confidence is clearly running high with him, which is good. But I would have liked to have seen him bury that, made it 2-0. Suddenly he's got 3 and 2, and we're like, what were we worried about, eh? Just some nice build-up from us, just patience, keeping the ball, looking for that little space. Henderson. We need to slip it into one of the strikers and get a bit of movement. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. Lovely stuff through. Mo Salah, and it's a good save from Sarr. Nouri. Another good ball. Oh, it's a great ball. Raul Jimenez in there for Wolves, and they're level. That's a really nice cross. We still have to defend it better, though. Like, Van Dijk's got him. He's got him, and then he just doesn't. It's a great ball in. We're temporarily down to 10 men at the moment, as Matip is... I'm about to substitute him, but he is receiving treatment on the sidelines currently, which is not ideal. I've made the substitution, but he's not on the pitch at the moment, and we are down to 10 men currently, so we've got to be careful with this. I've also made a switch to try that thing that we tried against Manchester United, because I feel like having a guy sat in that space could actually allow us a lot better build-up, but we'll have to see, because we need that second goal now, particularly more than ever. Matip is now back on, but not in the best shape of things right now. Henderson now, driving forward. Milner, round the side for Mo Salah, he's through again. Mo Salah makes it 2-1 to Liverpool, almost immediately after the tactical switch. I don't think it's even happened yet. No, I think it has. Oxlade-Chamberlain is onto the pitch, and he was the player I brought on to play as an attacking midfielder, and we're back in front again. Just having an extra body behind the Wolves midfield is just causing them all sorts of trouble here. It's a lovely ball through from James Milner. Salah's into the great spot, and it's another great finish from him, and we're back in front now. Very, very nice to see. I say it almost worked immediately, but there's plenty of time left in this game for Wolves to get back into this if we're not careful here, as we've just given the penalty away instead, because why on earth would we want to not do that? That would be silly to do that. Oh my god. Penalty awarded, apparently. Tsimikas was too forceful against Traore. Doesn't even say he pushed him, just too forceful. Brilliant. Right, Raul from the spot, and it's scored. It's 2-2, and Wolves are back in the game. No sooner had we got ourselves in front again, Wolves are back in the game because Tsimikas has done a silly Cass, as it were. Can I claim that it's a top of the table clash and that a point away at Wolves is good enough? Is that a thing I can claim? I don't think it is. Lately it's been a lot less Liverpool and more Liverpool, to be honest. The rest of the game's just happened with no real consequence there. It's going to be 2-2. If only Mane had scored that goal at half-time, or right before half-time, that was a gilt-edged chance that probably puts this game beyond them. To be fair, they definitely came back in this one. The Jimenez chance was a great chance. We should have done better. Penalty was just like, what are you doing? Disappointing there. But we didn't really do a lot after that goal, really. Nothing happened. It's like it had an instant impact, but unfortunately, didn't do much beyond that. Level on points with Man City now, which is very disappointing. Wolves will still, hopefully, at some point fall away, but at the moment, they're still like a pretty good side, to be fair. Miles clear of Manchester United and Chelsea. Currently, Spurs are down in 16th now, so those are pretty much off the cards. It really just looks like us and Man City this season, but we do have to pull our fingers out a little bit. It's been a bit of a poor spell, although we do have Brighton at home next to hopefully, although they're a good side too, get some confidence back. Oh dear, that's disappointing, throwing away the lead twice. Oh, broken collarbone? Andy, no. One more game for him, I said. One more game and get into the break. Oh, what a decision that turned out to be. Again, we'll take it as they are top of the league and it was away from home at this point, but still, disappointing to have that happen, mainly because of that stupid penalty. But it is what it is. Don't make stupid decisions, and then that won't happen, will it? So, we got more Champions League stuff coming up, and in theory, a tiny bit of a respite, but you just don't know in these things, really, do you? So, if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there as well. I'll join you guys tomorrow for, well, hopefully we can get some more success in the Champions League, and just a couple of wins in the Prem. Just a couple. I'll take it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.